Okay, Divine Tarot, I am Uni, and I am back with another video. So we just gonna hop into it today, and we gonna see what the cards bring us. Okay, so, before we start out, you guys know the rules of tarot. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, then that's fine. You can check out another one of my readings or come back another day, okay? So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. So before we start, let's see if we have any messages. One thing I did want to, I do have some sort of a channeled message I wanted to give to you guys. And I'm so thankful for these channeled messages because I've been praying to Spirit to give me precise, clear messages of those who need to hear it. Okay, so I've been getting so many channeled messages lately that sometimes I don't have a chance to like write them down or remember them all before there's another message. It's like, okay, I got another channel message. Should I stop what I'm doing now and make a quick video? You know, don't do a reading, but just make the message. And that's probably what I'm going to start doing in the near future. Instead of making like an entire video, I'm probably just going to start just, you know, maybe just posting the messages as I get them. That way, when I get something from the divine, I won't forget to tell you guys, okay? So real quick, in this season, be mindful of people that's just trying to play with you. People that's trying to try you, people that's trying to undermine you. It's kind of like, beware of delusional people. It's like they lie so much. They somehow convince themselves to make a lie be the truth. It's almost like you know what you know, but they're so delusional. It's like, what? It's almost like 1 + 1 is 2, but someone has convinced themselves that 1 + 1 is 15, and they lie so good and they're so delusional to where you almost want to go back yourself and be like, well, wait a minute, is 1 + 1 2? There's a lot of that energy just running amongst us right now. Delusional people, liars, people that make up things in their head because they want it to be true, people that's trying to try you, people that's trying to undermine you, whether it be in relationships, whether it be at work, whether it be friendships, community, family. When that happens, just say, okay. There's no need to interact or, you know, do anything irrational. You can let them know, if you can do it in a peaceful manner, that you know that they're full of it. But if there's not a way for you to do that, just say, okay. And simply just walk away and just let folks have it. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, fine. You know, be aware of people that are trying to play with you in this season, because there is a lot of that. And sometimes, you know, everything doesn't need to be addressed. Sometimes you can actually address people in a peaceful manner, you know, and let them know that you know they're full of it. And sometimes you're not able to, for whatever reason. Maybe, you know, it's your place of employment and you're not you're allowed to do that because you may get in trouble if you say something to your boss. You know, I don't want anybody to get in trouble, you know what I mean? But just be aware of that, and then just try to just be like, okay, whatever. Sometimes you just have to let delusional people think whatever they want because you know what you know. Okay? All right. So with that being said, let's just get into the message, okay? Now, I will say this about my messages. Quite often, my channeled message, which is what I just gave you, quite often it has nothing to do with the actual, you know, tarot reading for today or the oracle reading. Sometimes the message is just a message for divine, and then the reading is just for something else, you know, because it could be a person that really needed to hear that, because maybe it is somebody trying them in their relationship, their work, their community, their family, and it's just driving them nuts. And I'm just, you know, here to tell them, don't worry about it. Just let folks live in their own delusion, okay? Especially if it doesn't change any aspect of your life. If it doesn't stop your money from flowing, if it's not affecting your marriage, if you have children, if it's not affecting that, your place to stay, any of your stability, then just let folks think what they want. And then if it is affecting you, find a peaceful way to resolve it. You know, and then sometimes you just have to let things play out. You know what I mean? Because people are just, you just got to let things play out. You can only tell a person something so much before they decide they want to go do what they want to do anyways. And sometimes you just have to let delusion play itself out, okay? All right. So with that being said, I'm just gonna start the reading. So thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for removing any of my energy out of this reading and pretty much giving it to who needs to hear it today. Thank you for precise, clear, authentic messages. Once again, please remove any of my energy. I'm only a vessel to bring forth this message to the collective of who needs to hear it. Thank you so much, and amen and amen. So we've prayed, and we just gonna give it, okay? So, let's see what we got. All right, so today we're gonna be using the African Goddess Rising. All right, so this is the deck I'm working with today. All right, so first card out is Miracles. And I love the artwork on these cards, by the way. Shout out to Abiola. Beautiful cards, by the way. And the second one out is Scarcity. And the third one out is Awakening. And the fourth one out is Cosmic Power. Let's see. I'm going to take a few more, and I'm just pulling them off the top. We got Giving and Receiving. Intuition. And last but not least, self-sabotage. Okay, so as I'm looking at these cards, and please forgive me, a lot of these names are in African, so I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the goddesses' names, but I just want to explain to you a little bit about this deck. I did go over them, and I know the meanings of them, but I don't quite speak African, so I don't want to mispronounce their names. The author of these cards made it very important that you pronounce the names correctly. So I'm either going to say it in English, which is at the bottom, which is basically says Miracles, or out of respect for the goddess that's bringing this energy, just to not say it at all until I can get the pronunciation correct, because I don't want to disrespect any of our African goddesses. So looking at this card right here, Miracles with Scarcity right here. What I'm channeling from this is somebody is possibly in need of like a breakthrough right now, like a financial breakthrough. And honestly, the reading is looking at it, it's very, very clear. Somebody is living pretty scarce right now. They're in lack. They may not have enough to pay their bills, their rent. They may not know where the next thing is coming from, or how it's going to get paid, or how their car note is going to be paid. And they've been praying for a miracle. It looks like with the next card here, you're going to have some type of awakening. Okay, so I know how to pronounce this one. The Maulisa, which is Cosmic Power. This card, when you see this card right here, when it comes out in the reading, my apologies, that is a good thing. This card means you are in a season of power, and what you have been manifesting, the miracle right here to come out of this scarcity, you're in that power to manifest and make it happen. And if you're not, you need to realign your mind, which is by having a spiritual awakening. That means cleansing your energy, right? Getting yourself away from things that no longer, serve you. So if you're in a lot of drama and BS, whether it's in your family, your community, you're hanging out with a lot of low vibrational people, you're out here doing things you're not supposed to do. It's kind of like you're working counterproductive. It's kind of like you've been praying for a miracle to pay your bills, and then like every little dime you get, you're running in and spending it on things that don't matter. Like, I don't know, instead of you doing what you're supposed to do with it, you're just wasting the money on something else instead of investing in something to get you to the next level. So for a quick example, you're wanting to be like, I don't know, I'm just throwing something out there, a makeup artist, right? You want to be a makeup artist, right? You've got the money in your hand to invest in the class to go ahead and do that, but instead of you doing it, every time you get the money, you spend it on DoorDash, Uber Eats, fast food, hang out with your friends, buy a new wig. You know what I mean? Somebody is going to go through an awakening where they're going to realize that this isn't working no more. I'm also paying attention to the pregnant woman on the card. I'm looking at the illustration. Somebody that I'm speaking to possibly just found out they were pregnant. They are pregnant now. They're possibly a mother. They don't necessarily have to be single. Or they could be a single mother. But this pretty much gave you awakening. And if you don't have any children and you're not pregnant, then this right here, the pregnant lady, just represents a rebirth of ideas for you, a rebirth, because you're going to rebirth your life and you're going to awaken and you're going to start anew. All the low vibrational things that you've been participating in, and all of the counterproductive, and counterproductive means like the things that you're doing, it's not getting you anywhere. All that's going to stop. Okay. Back to the cosmic power card. Either you're in that season now to make things happen for you, to go to the next step, and you need to realize that, or either you need to get yourself in alignment because you're getting ready to step into that season to make things happen. This is a very good card to see in a reading when you're trying to manifest something. You're going to be really powerful, okay? So I got a few other cards I pulled off the top, right, for clarifiers. Okay, giving and receiving. And I actually know how to pronounce this one. This is Maya, okay? Giving and receiving. A lot of times, especially as single mothers or matriarchs, head of the household, sometimes it may be a man there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a single woman. When it comes to giving and receiving, a lot of us have no issue with giving. We take care of everybody at the church, everybody in our community. If we're not in church or anything like that, we take care of the whole family. We make sure this person's taken care of. We do all the ironing, all the cooking, all the cleaning. We're like super moms, okay? All the ironing, all the cooking, all the cleaning, running back and forth to make sure that everyone is okay. Your husband's okay, your man okay, all of your kids okay, even if you're grown. You're calling, you're answering the phone. At the end of the day, when it gets down to it, you wore out. You haven't had a chance to do your hair look a mess. You haven't got your nails, your feet done. Like you just been giving. But when it comes time for you to receive, there's an issue. It's like somebody say, okay, well, I got it today. No, that's okay. I'll do it. So, and if you don't have an issue with receiving because you've been taking, then it's time for you to start giving. Okay. So, right here. So take that how it resonates. If you haven't, and maybe you have an issue with both because you're just sitting there. You don't know how to give or how to receive. And I'm saying this because it looks like you're going to be stepping into your power, right? Once again, with the cosmic power card right here. And that means that the universe, the divine, is possibly, or I'm not going to say possibly, I'm going to say for sure with this card right here, is getting ready to send you a blessing, a miracle. And you need to be open to receive it, okay? Also, there's another clarifier. We're going to go right here. Intuition. This is with the Queen Nandi card, okay? Use your intuition. Use your discernment, because all opportunities are good opportunities. And when you're stepping into that power, you're going to be attracting a lot of things. And every opportunity that comes, pay attention, is not going to be something that's a divine match for you. Because we may get off of this, right? And then you may flick on your phone. There's a class for this. There's a class for that. Somebody's calling you for this. Somebody's calling you for that. But use your intuition, because you're going to be very powerful. You're going to start attracting and being able to manifest the miracles that you've been praying for, okay? Use your intuition, your discernment. And if you don't know how to call that in, whatever ritual you do, whether that be prayer, meditation, sitting alone, going for a walk, journaling it down, drinking your tea, cleansing your energy, whatever you do to align yourself, make sure that you're using your intuition, okay? So that you can get the best outcome for your life, okay? So I'm really picking up on somebody that's in need of like more money, because when you say you're living in a scarcity, right? It doesn't necessarily always have to be money. You can be in lack of love, lack of family, You could be in scarcity, meaning like you don't have the right resources around you, meaning like you got money, you got love, but maybe you're having a hard time finding genuine friends or something. But this particular thing, I'm picking up on someone that needs money. They need a business idea so that they can, get some more money coming in, because maybe the job that they're in, they're not fully satisfied with it. They're living check to check. They're making just enough to make the ends meet. And a lot of times when they get their check, it's not even enough to pay everything. They get their check, they pay what they can, and they right back at square one. So I'm picking up on someone that's living very scarce. When you get through paying all your bills, you may have $25 left, if that, maybe 50, like a very, very scarce. So you get ready to have a miracle come in, okay? So the last but not least, self-sabotage, okay? Self-sabotage. This is the goddess of self-sabotage. This is reminding you two things. When this blessing, this miracle comes in from the universe, okay? Please don't self-sabotage it by doubting that it's really for you. So for example, right? Because I'm picking up on a barrier that's getting ready to be removed so that you can walk through. So for example, let's just say you apply for a particular position. You don't have the money to pay for the certification or for the license, and you need that in order to get the job. And then all of a sudden, you get back on there, they're offering the classes for half off. All of a sudden, you needed 3 certifications and a license in order to do this. Now, all of a sudden, you don't need the license or the certifications anymore. You just need a background check. Something like that. I'm picking up on something where there was a bunch of roadblocks, but the universe is going to clear a path just for you. You're going to be able to get a miracle, like a loophole, like something that wasn't available to you before because of all these roadblocks, all of these stops. Well, you can't get this because of this, and you can't get it because of that, or maybe you have a felony on your record or something like that. I'm picking up that you're going to find a loophole. And you're going to be able to get to your blessings anyway. Okay? A legal loophole, like not nothing crazy to where you scammed. I'm never speaking on that, because I believe when people scam, that's not a blessing from the universe. That's just you finding a conniving way to get in. It's going to be to where you're not going to have to do that. This is going to be a legal loophole, a path that's open just for you so that you can run on through and get your blessings. Okay? It's going to be a miracle. And I feel that very strongly with the miracle card being right there, okay? All right, so let's clarify it. That was a beautiful message, by the way. And I'm really hoping that gets to whoever needs to hear it. So let's clarify that with a little bit of tarot. See if I can possibly pick up on some of the energies or some of the things that you guys possibly want to get into. Okay, so let me shuffle the tarot. Thank you, God Universe, for removing any of my energies from this tarot deck. And please give precise, clear messages for who needs to hear it. As I'm shuffling, I flicked over and I looked at the bottom of the deck, and the Magician card was there. It depends on what kind of reading that you're doing. Sometimes a Magician card can be a negative card. If you're doing like a negative reading, that means like, black magic or manipulation or something. But when I looked at the card as I was shuffling, it made me feel like manifestations. And you're going to be using all of your tools, or you're going to have all of the tools and research. Research could be one thing too, because you've done some research. Research and resources. You're going to have everything you need to be able to make this happen, okay? And I love it, okay? All right, so let me flip these cards. And I really want you guys to have faith in this. I can almost feel like somebody's listening to this like, yeah, right, ain't nothing gonna happen for me. I keep listening to readings and y'all keep saying we finna have a breakthrough and it don't never happen. Well, probably because you don't have no faith. You listen to the reading, right? And after you listen to the reading, you just go back to scrolling your phone. Well, how are you gonna get somewhere if you don't do nothing? Faith without works is dead, right? So in order for you to take a step forward, you first gotta believe that you can, right? So you can't scroll your phone all day and then get upset when doors don't open for you. You got to do something. So yes, that's why the Cosmic Power card came out. You're getting ready to step in your power, and please don't self-sabotage it by doing nothing. A lot of people are guilty of this. They go look at tarot readings. They go get readings done. They go to church, wherever they get their spiritual guidance from. And they may say, you're getting ready to step into a season of miracles. And then it don't happen. And you're like, well, nothing happened. Nothing happened. And with the Four of Cups coming out right here, now you're feeling like, oh, well, nothing happened. Well, what did you do? Did you apply for anything? Did you put any applications in? Did you do any research? Your phone is a literal computer, right? It's a computer. It's not just for scrolling social media and looking up restaurants to go eat hot wings at. It's a computer, right? So that means you can do a lot from your phone. You can do research, right? And figure out more about the career you want. YouTube is like a university. You can find out almost anything you want to find out through YouTube, right? You can also use Google as a research tool. If you don't have money to pay for whatever certifications or classes that you need, start researching to see if anybody can offer that for a low or discounted rate. Go to your local Goodwills. They have employment programs to help you get a job. Go to your workforce centers. All right. The path is being open for you. But first, you got to take the first step and let the universe know that you're ready, because you're in your power. Okay. You're in your power. But you got to take the first step. You can't not do nothing. And then when nothing happens, then you get upset and be like, well, yeah, see, I knew I wasn't going to get nothing. Well, you ain't did nothing. And just because you did it once or twice and you didn't get the results you want, that does not mean that a path is not still open for you. That does not mean the divine isn't helping you. That opportunity just wasn't for you. Okay? So let me just flick a little bit more to make sure that I'm getting precise, clear messages. And then we'll continue on. And I'm really feeling good. This is a really, really beautiful reading. Look at this. Planning, decision making, partnerships, progress. Somebody's getting ready to step out on a beautiful journey. And I hate to fuss at you guys, because I'm not that old either. I don't want to sound like anybody's mom or grandma. But I'm really picking up on an energy of someone, right, who goes to hang out a lot at night. And then in the morning, they sleepy. They can't get up and handle their business because they're in a lot of codependency, devil-like energies. I don't know if they stay up all night kicking it, hanging out, drinking, whatever they're into. So when the morning time comes, instead of them getting up and handling their business, they're too sleepy and they can't get up. And they get up 1 or 2 o'clock looking for all the opportunities. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Opportunities is gone. Try again tomorrow. So that means you're going to get a good night's sleep. You're going to drink your water. You're going to pray. You're going to meditate before bed. And tomorrow in the morning, you're going to go up and challenge. Look at this, 4 of Swords being right there. As I said, take a good night's sleep. And look at the first word right there, rest. Okay. Somebody needs to rest so they can tackle the day. So let's pull the tarot. Look at this, the Justice card. You will get justice in a situation. Things are going to go on your way. Whenever I see this card, I think about things being brought to alignment. I think about fairness. I think about maybe before a lot of doors and stuff was closed in your face, it was unfair. People that probably wasn't deserving of the promotion. I'm getting that right now, promotion. You know, maybe the new person got hired, you trained them, and then next thing you know, the new person got promoted above you and they make it more to you and you train them. Situations like that is going to be brought to a balance, okay? I'm also picking up on an air sign woman. Possibly somebody that's in the criminal justice field. If you're thinking about getting into any type of criminal justice field, whether it be working as a correctional officer, working as an actual police officer, at the courthouse, anything legal. I'm also picking up possibly notary. Look into that. There may be an opportunity for you there, okay? Once again, this card has coming out twice. The High Priestess in the African deck. I seen the intuition card. Here it goes. And then it came out again right here. It's going to be very important in this season to use your intuition. With the Nine of Swords right here, don't be in your head about it, because the divine is going to be giving you all the steps. And I think it was a reason why I said that earlier. I need to remember to write things down so I don't forget when in this season, when the divine comes to you to give you an idea, if you possibly can, jot it down. If you don't have a pencil and paper, pull out the notes section in your phone and put it in your notes. So at the end of your day or the end of the week, or when you get like a little free time, you can go back and look at everything you put in your notes and see if any of those opportunities can ring a bell or align with you, or if it's going to be something that you can possibly work with. Okay. Something may ring an alarm, something may, because you may write down 20 different ideas, and then once you get your alone time, you sit later and you're like, okay, yeah, that rings an alarm. And then you may get another message. You're like, hey, cool, I got it. Okay, so yeah, with the Three of Pentacles cards right here, some of you can possibly be working on a team or a group or a collaboration. Maybe you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. There's nothing